All right. Denny Jones is on about 40 mil a year. Let's see if he's worth it. All right. Third and 2. Out of the shotgun. Don't agree with that move from the start. The space out here, I'd imagine DJ should be looking out left. Short pass here to the slot could work. Running back leaking out. I'd look at Dennis Gardeck and think, yeah, look, I don't think he's a great player, so we can beat him some way or another. Anyways, receives the snap. Looks to the right, which isn't a great pre-snap read. Pretty shitty protection. Looks like this guy's penetrating already. Saquon's forced to block one-on-one. And the Giants receivers have been pretty bad for years now. DJ's had to carry them pretty much for the last few seasons. That Kenny Golladay contract, I think that really messed them up as far as their trust in investing in receivers, because they've just... I'm not super familiar with the Giants roster, but I just know that if they're running like Darius Slayton, Wandale Robinson, I'm just not super impressed with those guys. Anyway, smooth drop back, nice vertical throwing motion to get it over the rusher who's got his hands up, right? And that's a really important factor. Good velocity. The receiver just doesn't turn around fast enough, and Marco Wilson's a really good cornerback, so not much space to work with there. So not bad execution from DJ, but I would have probably had a better pre-snap read, personally. Alright, 3rd and 4. Potential blitz. It's an empty set. Clearly, it's just like, if you've got a trusting coach, you say, alright guys, let's have some audibles in here for quick plays. Just throw it to this dude. You're telling me, this could turn, especially if Gardeck just commits to the rush. That's a 1-2-3 versus 2 player scenario just to gain 4 yards. So look left, Denny. Alright, he looks left. Steps up. And he probably should have escaped out this way. Yeah. Not great. Dude, Gardeck's been in the league like 7 years, and I just... I don't know. I think I evaluated him, and I didn't even think he was like near league average. What does he do here? Let's give him a shot. Alright, 1-on-1 with the tackle. He just shows good persistence here. I would not have left my feet there. I would have just tried to bat the ball away, like strip sack. But he falls down and is lucky to bring DJ down there. So, yeah, just... Dude, your team sucks. Don't be celebrating like that. Your team sucks. Okay? Although I suppose they didn't really know that. It's only week 2. But, it's week 16 now, and the Cardinals are towards the bottom of the standings, so... Anyway. Alright, what's DJ got to work with now? 3rd and 10. I feel like 3rd and long situations means that your running game generally hasn't been all that good, and your receivers haven't fought for extra yards if they did manage to catch the ball. So 3rd and 10 here. Might be facing a bit of pressure, but this is a look where if at least one of these guys drop back, I feel like DJ needs to know that he's got some time to make some move around with his legs and potentially pick up the first down with his legs, or throw to a receiver who's hopefully fighting to get open. Alright, so what would have been a better pre-snap read? So whoever this guy is, he's got one-on-one outside and beats him pretty much immediately. Like, that's poor coverage because he turns his eyes immediately. Just stick to your man, dude. Just stick to your man. Don't get fancy trying to pick up a pick. Right? So there's a free release downfield. But having said that, this safety might be drifting over. He is actually. Yeah, I don't know, man. What can you do against this? I feel like quick slant for Slayton. And then if you trust him enough, he might fight for some tough yards to get the first down. If Saquon's such an outstanding player, get him in a one-on-one receiving situation. So thus far, I don't think DJ's had much opportunity to show off what he can do. Oops. Alright, he's going for the long ball. So I would probably like him to have some peripheral vision enough. Don't lock in on one side of the field to know that there's a one-on-one blocking situation here, which isn't ideal. But anyway, DJ's got a beautiful throwing motion. And this is a pinpoint pass. And Slayton's just not the guy, dude. It's just, how do you not upgrade that situation? But this corner's getting roasted a lot, so I'd be picking on him a bit. And these numbers, man, what's number 13 doing on a cornerback? I don't like this freewheeling number bullshit. Like, traditional numbers mean you can pick up on who the players are easier and what position they are. Anyways, 1st and 10, might as well take a deep shot, see if your receiver can make a play. And this is a pinpoint pass, and his receiver just can't get it done. Don't bow your head, bro. Make the... It's just pathetic. So considering that his receivers aren't doing that well, I would probably wheel away from some potential pressure and use my legs to try and at least make some yardage in this situation. But DJ stands in the pocket. And he's just got a great arm. And what's this? Is this Saquon? So Saquon needs to see that there's space here. So just cut the route short and just sprint this way, and there's heaps of space. I don't care if you're doing what the coach wants you to do as far as route combinations. Just do what's best for the team, and that might mean going against what the coach has drawn up. So instead, it's just a pass that DJ delivers with good velocity and accuracy, and Saquon just can't make the grab. Does DJ make the stop? Yeah. First and 10. Looks like only a 4-man rush, so this is a chance for DJ to really show what he can do. You know, he's not hamstrung by anything at all as far as down and distance situations. So short drop, hit the guy, and that's what he can do consistently. Alright, I'd really like him to step up here, but instead he kind of panics, bit hesitant, and So what do we know about him so far? He's got a great arm, and he's pretty accurate, I think, all over the field. Like, he can throw that deep ball beautifully. I think he struggles a little bit with pocket presence, understanding where pressure's coming from, and being decisive of what he has to do. He's a great athlete with his legs. I think he needs to trust his legs more and just run away from pressure and that requires a bit of vision to see where the holes are. I'll give him 5 more plays and then I'll make a verdict, because I've reviewed pretty much every player in the NFL, and I've loved DJ in the past. I think he was lifted the Giants tremendously last season despite a pretty poor receiving cast around him. But he's not shown all that much improvement from last season. You suck. Your team sucks. Play action. See, look at this. Dropped it right in the bucket. And you like a quarterback, especially in this day and age when there's quarterbacks who put up big numbers just from dink and dunk. You'd like a quarterback to stress the defense vertically. And look at this. He could have thrown it a bit further so that the receiver could make it to the end zone. But that's just a great play, great accuracy. And here he is showing off his ability to run. So that was Daniel Jones at his best. First and 10, definitely think just pass it to this guy straight away would be nice. See, this is where, okay, I didn't think that a Daniel Jones video would be picking on Dennis Gardeck, but if Gardeck knows that his team doesn't have many guys to his right, I just feel like he's got to drop off from rushing and just protect against whatever could be going on here. But he just chooses to rush, and there's vacant space in coverage, partially because Gardeck could have dropped off and been guarding this area of the field, guarding a potential swing pass out left or whatever's developing across the middle. But he just rushes. He hasn't got the ability to beat a guy rapidly, and DJ just fires this. It's just DJ's got the fundamentals down. Play action. He's immediately looking deep. And I feel like DJ probably knows the route combinations pretty well to be so decisive in throwing it immediately. So when he's given a bit of time and he doesn't have all that much pressure in his face, I feel like Daniel Jones is going to execute your offense for you, and he can make throws all over the field. I don't like him keying in on where he's throwing at the moment. And look, his ball security is pretty good because he's holding onto it with 2 hands, which is what you love to see. All right, this is where he knows that he's got to rush away now. And look, making an NFL linebacker miss, essentially, and getting a first down is high level. Like, he's a good enough runner where I feel like you could draw up, 5 dedicated runs for him, and he could average almost 10 yards a carry, perhaps. Here he is, keeping cool, calm, and collected. Maybe a bit too cool, calm, and collected. And this is a problem with receivers. Like, the great receivers fight for yardage until or even beyond the whistle, or they fight for space. And clearly, the Giants' receivers are doing nothing down the field. And poor old DJ. There you go. Undisciplined play will crush your team. Oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? These guys don't need to be in on the tackle that much. That's a great call. Oh, that's Kaiser White. He's a good player, but... those big, fat defensive tackles just being undisciplined. Alright, 1st and 10. Got some trickery going on with the play call, so hopefully it confuses the defenders a lot. Play action. And this offensive line pretty well sucks. Like, what is that? Yeah, no use being up here, Evan Neal. There's a defender in the backfield. Poor old DJ. He's making a throw on the run. Oh, he's just got great timing. Alright, I think I've seen enough to rate DJ. I don't think he's shown all that much improvement over the off-season. So it's going to sound outlandish, but I think I would pay Daniel Jones $200 million a year. Now, that's not to say I actually would if we had the money. But if the average NFL player is worth about $10 million a year, which I could show you proof of that. How do I do that without... I'll just drag this down and pull up how I know that the average NFL player is worth about $10 million a year. Oh no, it'd be... 2018 NFL. Just trying to find this document that I've made showing off my evaluations. I haven't accessed it in a long time. Grading 2018 NFL draft class. So I evaluated every single player who's ever received some... Okay, here we go. So I evaluated every player from the 2018 NFL draft class who got like any snaps at all, essentially. So the top player is Mason Rudolph because he's all-world, and I've got the bottom player here is Avonte Maddox. So there's 260 players that I evaluated, and this is how much I'd pay them per year. Like, you know, Trey Herndon, I'd pay $1.3 million a year, which, considering that the top guys at his position at, say, cornerback, Mike Hughes, worth $180 million a year, as per that ratings scale, right? So the 260 players, so therefore middle of the pack player would be the 130th player, and that would be Cam Sims, worth $11 million a year. So therefore, I think Daniel Jones would be up amongst like the top 50 guys from his draft class, if every draft class has this sort of ability. So yeah, but yeah, unfortunately, not all that much improvement from him. Like he's asked to do a lot for the Giants, but he's definitely worth a contract and one of the better quarterbacks in the league, purely because he can execute your offense. Seems to be able to make multiple reads as far as not keying in on one receiver, and beautiful throwing motion, great accuracy, and he can make defenders miss in the open field with his legs too. So you can rely on him to execute. It's just like, can he make multiple reads? What does he do here? Keys in a bit. I don't like that. And then gets away. So this is all one read stuff. Okay, so he can scan the field. Yeah. So I really like Daniel Jones, probably top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Would like to see him have some weapons. Yeah.